Well, hello guys. I am chilling today, walking along these beautiful trails next to my house. And I just wanted to talk to you guys about a topic that I don't usually talk about because I'm usually making videos of trips for you guys and showing you cool stuff that I'm doing. But today I'm going to talk about some of the things that I learned that will help you save money when you're first getting started in backpacking. Now, I did what a lot of people do when they're first getting into backpacking, which is to go to REI and buy my gear from there. But if you're trying to save money, this really isn't the best option. There's a lot of cheaper options available and websites where you can buy a lot less expensive gear that might be almost as good as the REI gear. A lot of you guys are just getting started in backpacking and really don't know if you'll like it, or just frankly don't have the money to spend on getting expensive or even gear that's cheap by REI standards. Now, for me in particular, a lot of the REI gear was what I wanted. You know, I had enough money to spend on some nicer gear. But some of the stuff I could have saved money and gotten almost the same thing somewhere else. If you're trying to save money, then I would recommend that you at least consider some of the other options that allow you to save a lot of money. One of these things is a tent. Instead of paying $133 for a, heavier REI one-person tent, or even going for a two-person tent that's really heavy, I would suggest getting something like the Nature Hike Cloud Up one-person tent for less than $100. For a backpack, yes, you can go get a nice backpack at REI, or you could go to Walmart and get an Ozark Trail backpack for like $50. Yes, the REI backpack will be more comfortable and properly fitted, but if you're just trying to save a lot of money, don't feel like you have to go for the fanciest thing out there or even something that's more expensive. You haven't liked and subscribed yet. Like and subscribe. For a sleeping pad, yes, you can get a nice, comfortable, insulated sleeping pad like I did at REI. Or maybe you could just go for the $15 foam sleeping pad that Walmart has. It's lighter than anything REI has, except for the foam pads they sell there, and it might do the trick for a first trip. Now, the one place I would say to spend money is on a sleeping bag, because there's just really not a lot of cheap sleeping bags that are very comfortable and lightweight as well. You could look at something like the $180 Pariah Outdoors Thermodown Zero sleeping bag, or the Mountain Hardwear Bishop Pass 15. The first can be used maybe if the temperature goes under 40 degrees, and the second one can be used if you're gonna mainly camp in temperatures a little bit warmer than that. Now, for some of the other supplies, like a food bag, you could go to REI and you could spend a bunch of money and get one of those Kevlar bags. Or you could go to Walmart and get the Outdoor Products dry bag set for like $10. I'd recommend to do that if you're started. And I've actually done that sometimes to save weight. As far as a stove, you could go to REI and buy the MSR Pocket Rocket for like $50 or $60. Or you could just get a much cheaper $15 stove on Amazon and it would do the same thing, at least close to it. I went and I got one of these stoves and swapped it out for my $50 stove because my $50 stove didn't have enough power. For a cook kit, yes, you could go to REI and get a titanium cook pot, 750 milliliters or whatever, and those are great. But you could also just go to Walmart and grab a little cook set. Yeah, it'll be heavier, but it'll still be okay. It'll get the job done for your first trip if you're trying to save money and you're on a budget. So hopefully you get the idea. You don't have to go to REI. You can get into backpacking for cheap, because if you think about it, backpacking is just spending time in the outdoors. All you really need is a shelter to sleep in. You need a sleeping bag, just keep warm. You need something to sleep on, which really doesn't have to be complicated unless you are ready to take that leap into spending more money and you actually love the hobby, you know, you need something to cook with and you need something to carry it on your back and maybe a few other things, but it really doesn't have to be super complicated. You don't have to go to REI and be overwhelmed by the $200 backpacks, the $100 and some tents, the cheapest of which is probably like an REI brand tent. You don't have to be overwhelmed by the titanium cookware and the sleeping bags that are just, you know, expensive or heavy and cheap. There's actually some good manufacturers who will make basic stuff that you can get and use to get outside. Anyway, I hope that was helpful. I'm gonna try to link some of these products below so you can take a look at that. I'd be forever grateful if you like this video and subscribe to my channel, because I'm not growing with a ton of followers and I've got some more cool trips coming out and I hope you guys will like them. So anyway, I hope you guys have a great week and I'll see you in about 2 weeks when I release my next video.